guys, this is Shannon Grella. I already made a video on how to make cauliflower rice, but I wanted to follow that up with really showing you just how simple it is and how quickly I throw together meals of this all the time. It's such a nice alternative to cold salads, especially during the winter, or for a dinner dish. It's just a nice way to be able to have your your vegetables and protein, and keeping it super low carb and paleo diet, super healthy for you, and a way to help eat your veggies. I don't know about you, but I really am not a huge fan of cooked veggies. I don't like to just have a side of veggies. It just doesn't, I don't know. There's not a lot of cooked vegetables that I like. But that said, doing these dishes of cauliflower rice with chopped vegetables and chicken and spices, it feels like a hearty, filling, big rice dish meal, and it's only veggies and protein. So it's a really fun way to help get yourself lean, to get healthy, and to lose weight if that's your goal. Anyway, I'm just going to show you, kind of walk you through how I do this. So the first thing I like to do is I usually have a lot of cauliflower rice chopped up and in the fridge and raw. I like to have that on hand, or sometimes I just quickly make up one serving at a time. Here's the little mini food processor that I use. Don't ask me the name or what it is, because I got it 22 years ago at my wedding, and they don't make them anymore, I'm sure. But I just zap up a quick batch here. That's how I make my rice, and then add it in there. So anyway, I start out by just putting 1 or 2 cups of cauliflower rice in a microwave safe dish. There's other ways you can heat your rice. This is just the way that I do it. If you're doing the 21-day fix, you can use your green container and do 1 or 2, containers, and count that as your veggie. And then I pop it in the microwave, and I do that for 2 minutes. Now while that's heating, then I chop up the other things that I'm going to put in it, and it just saves a lot of time. So here I already chopped up some spinach. I put spinach in almost everything. You can't even taste it, but it adds color, but it adds so much nutrients. That's a superfood. I put it in my shakes. I put it in my scrambled eggs. I put spinach in almost every meal I have. So anyway, I have spinach here, red bell pepper, and some chopped chicken. And that's another trick of mine, is I have cooked up chicken on hand. I don't know if you can see that. All the time. We just grill up big batches, and then I have it on hand so I can grab it and throw it into meals or salads, or eat it by itself, or whatever. This saves so much time. Sometimes if I'm feeling super motivated, I measure it into portions, either 3 or 4 ounces at a time in Ziploc baggies. That makes it just quick and easy to grab, all ready to go. If you're on the 21-day fix, you can portion it out into your red container. So anyway, but usually I just throw it all in a big baggie, just chopped up chicken breasts. Have veggies on hand, spices. Love the Mrs. Dash spices. Are a great alternative to add flavor. They have so many different flavors. I recently started using Flavor God, which is another one. These ones do have a little bit of sodium, but still not much. We need sodium. That's a little bit anyway. Red pepper flakes. I love my red pepper flakes. So each meal tastes different depending on what you're spicing it with and what you're putting on top of it. And I'm also going to tell you that when you first cook this, it smells like cauliflower. It smells like cooked cauliflower, which I don't like that smell. But I'm telling you, once you blend it with the other ingredients, you don't taste it at all. It takes on the flavor of whatever you're mixing it with, okay? So the first 2 minutes is done. The cauliflower needs longer than everything else because it takes a while to soften up. So usually what I do from there is I add, if I'm going to add any kind of sauce or healthy fats, and I love to use coconut oil. This has so many health benefits. Google it. It has so many health benefits, and it's delicious, and it actually helps you burn fat. So I put just a teaspoon of coconut oil in. And then I kind of mash it in and mix it around to get it to kind of coat the rice. You don't want a ton. It's a lot easier to mix it in before you add all the other things because the rice is nice and hot, it melts it, and that works out nice. If I wasn't using coconut oil, sometimes I'll add, one of my favorite ways is to use coconut milk mixed with some red curry paste. So sometimes I'll mix up some of this ahead of time together and then mix that in with the rice and then add all the other stuff. Sometimes I've used, I'm sure there's healthier brands, but sometimes I use a little bit of spaghetti sauce or even pizza sauce. You can really add anything in there. I've used a little bit of cream of mushroom soup, you know, just right out of the can, the paste, mixed it in there before. So anyway, there's several ways to do it, but just to keep it nice and clean and healthy, a lot of times I just do the coconut oil, or I used to skip that. I used to not even put that in, but I started really focusing on adding a healthy fat with each meal. Or sometimes I would sprinkle with Parmesan cheese afterwards. Not the kind in the can, but you know, the grated Parmesan cheese. So anyway, I just mix everything in that I chopped up. Usually I chop it up while the rice is in the microwave for the first 2 minutes. So while I'm doing that, then I pop it in the microwave again. And I usually do it for a minute, stir it, and then it might need another minute or another 40 seconds. I just kind of judge, you know, by how hot it is. And then I top it with whatever seasonings I want to top it with. And it is delicious and healthy and just a great alternative. So there you go. Enjoy. Let me know if you try it.